mining autistic special needs. Yes, it's me again. I just want to thank you guys for your love, your support, and just being a part of this autistic family. Not mine personally, but every autistic family out there in special need. It means the world to us. And I know it takes a lot, but it means a lot. So appreciate you guys, and I love you guys for that. But on a serious note, just wanted to let you guys know, I'm sorry for not posting a few days ago. It's just, man, this topic itself, it's very hard not to cry. It's very sensitive for some, man, I don't know, for some reason, it's very sensitive. While I'm educating myself on this spectrum, it literally changes you. It changes you. And for me, this is not normal. I don't do nothing like this. I hate sitting in front of camera. I don't even like taking photos with my family. I'm just not this type of person. I'm very private. But for me to do this, I had to, because of, while educating myself on the spectrum, the spiritual experience I had with it, it was so heavy to where I couldn't ignore it. It was so weird, but at the same time, very humbling for me. So that's why I'm doing this. It's not for me. It's not for my son by himself, but it's for every autistic special need family out there. Because I can't imagine what you guys have to deal with, not with your child, but with the world not knowing what to look for or how to help, you know? And maybe they are helping, so I commend and I thank you guys so much for that. But for others out there that don't know how serious and how much this is, not as a burden or how difficult it is to deal with, but what you guys do as a population to these families, you know, to these moms, especially these moms that have to not, how to comfort their child without you guys looking at them weird, or there's something wrong with their child, or there's something wrong with these moms. Because to be honest, there is nothing wrong with these child. They're normal. They really are. But you have to see that through them. You have to. And the only way to do that is you have to be humble. You really have to humble yourself and remove that prideful feeling. Because for some reason, man, it will change you. It will change you. So these kids are actually here to bless us, but we don't realize that yet. But I just want to commend every mom out there. On my post the other day, a couple of days ago, on what I was going to talk about, it was going to be something different. But for some reason, the moms and every female out there that are going through this, it was just so heavy on me to where I had to speak on it for a little bit, you know? What they go through on a day-to-day basis, and not with their child, but when they're trying to do things out in public, you know? A lot of them sit at home now because of how the world looks at them, you know? With their child trying to be normal, because they are, and with them being normal to everybody else is weird, you know? And it doesn't sit, it's just not comforting for the world to be like that towards these blessings that Heavenly Father sent them here for us, you know? And for us to realize that, and the only way for us to see that, you're gonna have to make a few changes in yourself. And again, I'm not no missionary or a prophet or apostle or nothing like that. This is just me on a personal level, what it did to me while I was trying to understand my son, you know? But it takes a lot. It really does. And for every mom out there, man, thank you guys so much. Not that you guys need it from me, but I just want you guys to know that we appreciate it as fathers, okay? And I know there's a lot of good fathers out there, and they've taught me so much, and that's why I'm doing this, to voice that out, you know? With my son not being nonverbal, with my son being nonverbal, it would be selfish for me to not voice out these feelings, you know? And I don't like doing that. Like I said, this makes me a crybaby, and it's not bad. It actually isn't. It's a very humbling blessing for me personally. So, just real quick, I appreciate it. I love you guys, but just tune in, because this spectrum is so big and they're everywhere. We have to know what to look for. You know, we have to know what to look for because they want to be found and they have a way of sending out these signals, but we have to know the signals that they're sending, you know, and be there for them. Because for them to bless the world, again, for them to bless the world, we're going to have to change ourselves because there's nothing wrong with them. There really isn't. And the only way to see that is you have to find yourself, change yourself first. It's real talk. And it's not just with the autistic kids. It's with your own children too. It's so weird. But I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect father. I'm not a professor or a doctor. I don't even have a degree in nothing, you know. But I'm just speaking from feelings. Feelings is so weird, but from feelings. It really is. It's amazing. And at the same time, it does make you very sensitive. So, but this was something I was prompted on personally to just speak on because I know there's a lot of moms out there that are going through this. And just let you guys know, we love you guys so much. We do. We love you guys. And there are no words or anything we can do to show that, but we just want to say thank you. And we love you. So, for me personally, it's a lot. It's very exhausting. Not your child, but exhausting because now that I'm learning more of it, all the information and your emotional, everything that's like going in together, just battling it out, that's what's exhausting because my child has been sitting in front of me for 4 years and I'm just now educating myself better on it, you know? And it took a lot. It took a lot because, to be honest, what made me do this, very spiritual, personal. I didn't want to share, but it would be selfish for me not to, okay? Again, I'm very private, but with this experience, I had to come out and just share it. So as a father with these autistic lives, they have these meltdowns, okay? And these meltdowns that they have, you can't control it. You cannot control it. You can't stop it. You just have to let them ride it, you know, just it'll stop. Eventually it will stop. Maybe hours or it'll stop though, but you can't do nothing about it. Because if you try to stop it, it just makes it worse. Yeah, it makes it worse. It's scary. Not for my child, but for what he has to deal with, you know, and every other autistic child and sons and daughters and lives out there. So for me to understand my son, I would come home from work and he had these meltdowns. And I would sit there and watch him, you know. And as a father, I felt useless. I felt useless because I couldn't do nothing about it. And then it hit me to where like I'll be at work and that's where I got the name from. To be off topic real quick, mining autistic special needs. I work here at a mine in Salt Lake City, Utah. And mining, if you look up the definition, is you're extracting valuable ore, minerals from the earth, gold, diamond, you know, copper, silver. So I just used that and switched it with mining autistic special needs. So instead of extracting these minerals, you're extracting knowledge, you know, these valuable knowledge from their mind themselves. So you don't have to listen to a professor, a doctor, or wait for them to tell you what your child has. You let them teach you. And that's why I'm saying there's nothing wrong with them. They're actually normal. They're actually here to bless us, but we have to do a few things for us to see that, you know? And for me, I had to humble myself. I had to remove the pride from myself and let my child teach the father. And that's something a lot of us can't do. Like, who wants their child? Well, the child is not here to teach the father. The father teaches the child. And that's what a lot of us don't understand. Yes, we are here to teach them, you know, to an extent. It's a two-way thing, you know, and that's something that was so hard for me to even like to do. But my nonverbal child, made me realize that, you know, I'm not just here to teach him. He was also here to teach me. And that's a whole nother spiritual level, spiritual part. But so I would sit in my equipment and that would just be in my head. It was just so heavy on my thought. Like, as a human, regular, plain old father, dad, how do you comfort your child that's going through something like this, you know? And it was a topic, again, so heavy on me. I knew I couldn't do it by myself, okay? So a lot of things were just running through my head. So what do I do? You know, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't find anything. So what do I do? So I literally had to just humble myself and remove every negative and anger and grudge, everything out of me. Then I asked my Heavenly Father, I asked him if he can help me comfort my son. If he can help me comfort the son that he blessed me with, because there's nothing wrong with him. But how do I comfort him? How do I show him that I understand? It's okay. Scream. Man, this makes you cry a lot. Wow. So, Heavenly Father made me understand something, that my surroundings, those around me that can or that have words, couldn't even teach me. So Heavenly Father blessed me with this son that was nonverbal, that was autistic, that to the world that they're weird, you know. Heavenly Father taught me through him. It was so weird, very weird. And the feeling that went over me, it was amazing, but it was also the guilt, because I didn't see it in the beginning. You know, for 4 years, my son has been trying to teach me something, but I wasn't gonna let him because I'm his father. You know, the kid don't teach the father teaches the child. You know, but my son had me understand that for me to comfort him and understand him without words, but through feelings, I had to just let Heavenly Father just take over. I had to let him teach me. And it was probably one of the most spiritual experiences in my life, other than my mission. It was amazing. It was amazing. So that's why I couldn't sit and be quiet about this and do something out of my comfort, out of my normal, like, I don't do this. I don't even like sitting looking at the camera. But I couldn't be selfish with the experience I had with my son being nonverbal, okay? So there is a way. It's so weird, but there is a way. And you're gonna have to make some sacrifices for yourself personally. So the question is, can you let your child, he doesn't have to be autistic. He can just be normal, you know, normal for what people think. But these kids, they actually are here to teach you too, you know, but can you humble? For me personally, yeah, it took a lot. So, but that's just a little bit about it, because if we go deep into it, man, it's going to be long, and then there's going to be tissue boxes everywhere. Like, for real, this makes you very sensitive. Like this autistic spectrum thing, like their emotions, their senses, it heightens by like 4,000, like literally. And I feel like that's what they did to me too. So for me to understand these kids, these lives, these special blessings, I had to, boom, hypen my sensitive and join them when they would melt down, you know? But I just want to commend every mother, father out there again. Like, again, there are no words I can say or anything I can do to thank you guys enough for what you guys do and what you guys have to deal with. Not with your child, but with the world, your surroundings, how they look at you guys. I know it's hard because when your child is trying to be normal, the world don't understand that. The world thinks that they're weird, that they're crazy, you know, that they're, I hate to use this word, retarded. The world, that's what the world thinks of them, you know. But little do they know, they're actually here to bless us. And they're normal. They're normal. So I love you for that. I love you guys for that. So, again, man, you guys are not going to get enough of me. Again, I know if it was me personally, I'd probably be like, all right, this is probably going to be my last video. But I can't. You know what? I can't. I can't hold it. I can't be quiet because I would be selfish for me to not share this blessing that's in front of us. You know, and it's not just the autistic. It's our kids in general, to be honest. I'm not the perfect father. I'm far from it. I'm here to ask you guys for help, you know. Educate each other on this platform and just in life in general. That's what we're here for. To educate, to better ourselves, and to share it, you know. But again, I love you guys. Tune in. I'm going to do more of this. And at the same time, if you guys have anything to talk about, anything that's heavy on you guys with this autistic or just how to better or schedule or what you guys do, man, send me a message, text me, call me, email me, whatever. Because this is something, again, this is not something light to take on, you know. It's a lot. It's heavy. It's exhausting, not with their child, but with the world not understanding, you know. So if we can do something about it, man, it starts now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. You feel it, you do it, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving.